to roll out your lats and a little bit of serratus anterior. So we're going to target this portion of our body. What you'll need is a foam roller, a ball of this size, or a lacrosse ball. I just like to have all of them just in case. So it depends on how deep into the tissues that I want to get into. Okay, so we're usually pretty tight here. I get a lot of clients that have tight lats just because we're always in this position, like on the computer or we're driving. I mean, we don't really put our arms up too often, so the muscles get pretty tight. And this is important to it's important to release the tension, because in exercise we do overhead movements, we do pull-ups, we do overhead presses, and we do movements that require more mobility in having our arms extended. And if we're really tight, then we cannot have a range of motion in our movements. Okay, so to get started, I usually will warm up the back first just by rolling out my upper back, putting my hands behind my head, elbows past the ears, and I'll just roll out to soften the muscles first. And then, as you feel more comfortable into the rolling, I'm going to find a nice spot to kind of rest my back onto the foam roller. So for some of you, this might be a little too painful, so if you can't do it, you can always just keep your head elevated and slowly ease into the movement. You never want to force anything. But for the more advanced individuals who have good spinal mobility, I'm going to have you reach up, hands on the ground, and then bring the arms down. And so you want to let your head relax. So my head tends to come off the ground. And then as I reach overhead, my head drops back. Down and hands up, but I'm still trying to relax. The muscles along the neck will also be pretty tight depending on your position throughout the day. So in this position, you really want to allow your head to drop back. So I'm going to do this about 5 times, and then find another spot, kind of tight. And then now we're going to do round angles. So down and up, down, also kind of intense for me. I have a lot of tightness right now. And you're going to roll to your mid back, where the foam roller is where your armpit is. And we're going to rotate our body to the side, press, and then rotate the other side. Your legs move along. So do this about 5 times on each side to really warm up the muscles along the lats. And as you see, my hips are also getting a nice stretch as both knees drop onto the ground. Okay, and once you're eased into it, the next level would be to actually roll on the lat. So I'm using the foot behind to push and roll out. So you're just kind of feeling it out and seeing what needs to be rolled. So I'll have like a forward and back rocking kind of movement along with up and down. And so I'll be leaning back, maybe leaning forward a little bit, depending on what feels tight. And then rotate to the other side. So again, using the back foot to push up and down, forward, back. Okay, so that is with the foam roller. And now for those who want to get more into the muscle tissue, we're going to use the bigger ball. A lacrosse ball also works, but then this one's a little bit more intense just because it's bigger, more elevated off the ground. So I'll actually position it like that, prop your head with your arm, and you're just going to rest on a place that feels tender and just take 3 deep breaths and allow the ball to really sink in to the muscle, to the fascia. With every exhale, you're kind of going in a little bit deeper. And then we're just gonna find 3 spots. We don't wanna overdo it. So just breathe. And then we're gonna do the other side. So same idea. Find the location that feels somewhat tender. So deep inhale, and as you exhale, sink a little deeper into the ball. Alright. And so with that one, with the bigger ball, it's possible to be on your side, but if you're going to be on your back, it's a little uncomfortable. So with being on the back, I would use the smaller lacrosse ball. So now we're targeting more of the back and shoulders, maybe some traps. Same thing, you're going to find a tender spot and then just rest on the ball, allow the muscles to sink in with every exhale. I would go for 3, and then you're going to move it to another spot. It feels somewhat tight. So as you know, I really like the palm up position because that allows you to open up your chest and shoulders, because we're usually internally rotated when we're just moving through life. So as we apply these methods during SMR, we want to have our palms up, shoulders open. Okay, and that is all for the lats and upper back and shoulders. I hope that was helpful. In the next video, I'll go over how to roll out your psoas muscle.